Alright, welcome back everybody, Aesop Grimm here, and this is the continuation of my first Chronicle in Surviving Mars. And we're on Sol 50 here. Last episode, at the end of last episode, I learned these ridiculously helpful tooltips up here. I guess I hadn't really picked up on that before. But something that occurred to me is that, well, what we're going to do is we're going to open this dome up. How do I explain this? There's a few things going on. Let me tell you what we're going to do first, and then tell you what my concern is, and then tell you what my contingency plan is for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this dome up to be built, and this is going to be our academy dome. It's going to have K through 12 school right here. Will be moved over into here. It will have the Martian University. We may actually have to have 2 buildings dedicated to that university. I've had that happen before. And the rest will be, let's see, there'll be housing. There's going to need to be 2 slices here need to be housing. So let's see. This slice right here is going to connect these 2. So I'm going to put what here? Maybe a grocer and a diner. And then right here, see, I'd love to put, it makes sense to me that you would have like a gymnasium type thing because these are going to be young people, right? But I just simply don't have the room for that. I don't think I can do it. So right here is where our K through 12 school will go. We'll have housing here, and that leaves 1 slice for the university itself, the academy, and 1 slice for research. This dome will probably have to be split up in the future. I may need to have a second dome. Okay. All right, well, that's a good segue here. So that's how that's going to get built up. This dome right here is supposed to be designated for our senior citizens. And the thing is that I think we could eventually run out of housing. We have living space of 31 vacant residential slots. But, here it is. 679, we have about 29 vacant work slots. And how much housing? 31. Actually, so that's actually looking fairly good. Okay. Contingency plan. And I am looking at this a little bit live, so what I want you guys to realize is that we can fit another dome into here. I don't think I can connect it. Maybe I can connect it to this dome right here, but I don't think I can connect it to here. But what we can do is we can either make that additional overflow housing, or we can take some of the school things here, or maybe like the research, and dump all the research into this new dome right here, reserving this for strictly schooling. That's a possibility. We could also change this to be the additional overflow housing because it will connect to this dome, which is going to hold a lot of jobs, and this dome, which is the overflow housing, so it would have connection to both of those. This would be the best dome to use that's up here, that's already existent. If I decide to expand overflow housing. And then this dome right here would become senior citizen dome. It would be pretty much isolated, but the shuttles that we'll have in the future would carry workers over here to man the infirmary and the grocery store and anything else we have in there. The only thing that bothers me about that, and it has nothing to do with the game, it has to do with me, I guess maybe immersion and how I would really try to do things, is I really don't like the idea of isolating our senior citizens from all the other domes. There wouldn't be any passageways. Maybe there would be one to here. So that does not appeal to me, you know, but we may be forced into it. But however we split things up, we do have space to stick another dome here. It's just that it'll be relatively isolated. But whenever I looked at these numbers, it looks like we might not have to. If we've got a total of 29 open jobs right now, with an open living space of 31 and more to come, then I think we might be all right. So let's go ahead and unpause both the game and this basic dome right here. We're going to build up our education dome, our academy dome. Let's bump up the speed one. All right. So the drones are now starting to pull resources here. I have 3 drone hubs up. I could put another one up. I was having some difficulty deciding where I might place that. Oh, that would be unfortunate. Oh, you know what? We could put it over here. I don't love the idea necessarily, but I'm not losing anything because that right side is, it's going about as far as I can reach before I'm going out of bounds. Maybe I could put it here. What about here where I can cover both of the depots? That might be pretty nice, actually. I'm gonna go with that. Okay, we're gonna put him down. These bow ties are made, you can daisy chain them. And these guys would go right into here, and so he's still out of the way of all of that. So I can continue to daisy chain out. I don't know if I will because, well, I probably will. I might need to rotate this so that this goes over here. I don't know. This one's not in a good position to be able to build stuff off of. So hopefully I don't need to. And if it stays as a senior dome, I won't. We can daisy chain off here and daisy chain off here. We're starting to run out of options here because this is extending out, but maybe I might still be able to clear that. But just being able to daisy chain these directions, I think, is enough for this entire hub. We have stored power lasts for 4 hours. Okay. We're gonna need more than that. Okay, put them at the edges down here. So one right there. One right there. think I placed those correctly. Right there. And I think right there is how they ought to be placed to be in line with these over here. Look at all these people moving back and forth between the domes. I'm really loving that there's no malice because we took Brazil. That's why they're such a good fit for my play style, the way that I've been doing. I don't know if this is a common play style or not. But I'm under the impression, I'll just repeat what I said a couple episodes ago. I'm under the impression that the two, I guess, methodologies you can take are the interconnected dome method and the isolated, more like self-sufficient, specialized dome method. And I am still specializing to a large extent, but they share certain things with each other too. How are we looking? Okay, we just need the concrete. So, you go here. Take auto gather off. Okay, and start to bring me concrete from over there to over here. As you can see, we're overflowed on metal now. We have plenty of metal up here, so we're sitting at 703 metal, and there's more metal on the surface to gather. That's why setting up a dome over here hasn't been imperative, and we've got everything we need too. Water, concrete. Here's some more rare minerals. This is a good... Oh, I thought this was the special one. This is an average site. I thought there was a Vista site over here too, but I could be remembering wrong. But the point being, there's some quality setup over here, and I just simply haven't needed it yet. Okay, he's dropping off concrete now. No, he's not. Did I hit the wrong thing? Seriously, man, I really need you to gather concrete. Bring it over here.
Sector scanned.
I hit the wrong thing. I needed to unload right there. Alright, we're gonna have to micromanage this guy. Keep a close eye on him, make sure he picks up the right stuff. There he goes. Okay. Okay, we've got one of these guys built and he is full, so now stored power lasts for 6 hours, so it's 2 hours per. And when we get to 8 hours, I'll feel better. But, you know what? We're adding more buildings and stuff. It's time to daisy chain. Time to daisy chain. Alright, so the way that I do this... It's a little bit hard for me to tell. I think that's it. It doesn't go here. You have to skip one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we're going to have some more daytime power, and then once they're done with the solar panels, then I'll plug in the wind turbines. This guy's been built. Excellent. And you can see he has access to this depot hub as well as this depot hub, so I'm fairly happy with that. If you recall in the last episode, I think it was, well, one of the earlier episodes, I was really kind of, I don't know if agonizing is the right word, but I was really waffling over how I was going to do my drone placement. And then I remembered that I'm an inventor, and it's like, man, I could put 100 of these things up and it wouldn't matter. They're self-sufficient. So why am I worrying about it? Okay, there's that one. Dome is being built. Excellent, excellent, excellent. The first thing I'm going to put in is the passageway. Both of them. Oh, shoot. Yeah, got it. Okay. Alright, so come over here. Passage from here to here. And, you gots to go, amigo. Here. With, this is unfortunate, man. It's a little bit, it's gonna be off center no matter where I put it. I guess I could. Okay. To make things look nice, I mean, it's silly, but to make things look nice, we'll put 2 in, and then this one will go right there. Okay. Let's see, the school will go here. The university will go here. And I want them, I thought about putting them side by side, but I want these kids looking over at what they're supposed to be aiming for. And housing will go here and here, with research labs here. Ooh. How do I fit you in like that?
Sector scanned.
Here. And here. Can I not get this guy in the same way? Doesn't fit like that, does it? Oh yeah, it does. Okay. And I want a fountain in the middle. Over here, we can plug in more universities. Not universities, research centers. they would go in like this. With, whoops. Small gardens. Here and here. Okay, and for the time being at least, they will have to commute to the other domes here for their amenities. Which I believe is kind of inconvenient. If I really had it to do the way that I want to do it, I think I would have a separate bubble, maybe this one here, dedicated to research. I might even have another bubble dedicated to this school, but I think if I could just pull the research out, I think I would be all right. And then I would put amenities into these two areas. Right here, you could stack in an infirmary and a diner. And over here, you could put an electronics store, right? For the kids, the youth, the young people, they're going to want an electronics store. You could put an art store in for the university staff, the professors. And you could put maybe an amphitheater. Everything here is about what do you call it? Not just higher learning, but it's teaching kids to value higher art forms and stuff. You're trying to cultivate and develop a certain part of the brain, and so it's not that they would have to live around all these high society things all the time. Whenever they move out, they're going to have jobs just like everybody else. They're going to be part of the 9-to-5 grind, but you're hoping to impress upon them the importance of art and literature, things of that nature. Anyway, you can see how I'm getting all into it, and none of it really has much to do with whether we're successful at this game or not. It's just me trying to plan how I would do things and why. I make myself laugh sometimes. Okay, look, this is a problem. That's a problem. A fungal farm produces 8 food with 6 workers. A farm produces a whole boatload of food with 6 workers. I think it's a lot more than 8. Optimal harvest is 40. It's really tempting to tear down this
complete
gem and stick a farm in there. Oh, we can tear this down. There we go. That's the solution. I need to wait until the other one's up. It is up. You're gone. Okay. Perfecta Orion. That's a pretty name, actually. Alright, she's a child, so I want to try and say no children. Okay, we already did that. So the children can come into the dome like they were. They were going to that school, but they can't live here. I see. Well, then how are we doing with this nursery? Oh man, we're maxed out. We are maxed out. Where might I be able to? It wouldn't fit in here, would it? Nope, it sure wouldn't. think I have to change the orientation of this. Let's take you down for the time being. Let's build a farm right here. Got 7 hours of stored power. Okay, go back to, not the nursery. The infirmary, where's that at?
Sector scanned.
Darn, there doesn't seem to be... I thought that there was a way to stack them. Hit pause. Okay, there... I need to put it right here. And then... stack in a couple small gardens. This is no place for a nursery. It doesn't make any sense at all. I would probably have to sacrifice one of my amenities or one of my housing. I really don't want to get rid of either. Do we have a grocery store up here? We could maybe get rid of the grocery store. I don't like that idea. I'm leaning towards the space bar. Oh boy. I could uproot this. There we go. Okay. Took me a while to find the solution on that one. Okay, the school's up and running. Ah, so is the university. Outstanding. Bam, bam. All of the available class slots. It says we need a whole bunch of engineers. What about medics? Yeah, there's 5. Okay. Oh, look at that. Maximum output. That's awesome. Okay, so education is kind of zooming along. Doing good. How are we doing up here? We're doing all right. We are now using quite a lot of water. So I probably could use extractor amplification. Oh, and I have it. Upgrade it. Upgrade it. Okay. Now, one thing that could be a problem. See, I want a daisy chain here, but I'm gonna need to run lines. Oh, you know what? I need that dozer. Let's bump you up. What else can I add here? Let's go ahead and add utility crops. And I don't ever really use Stirling generators, but this would allow us to make our own. Ooh, this would be... I think this would be actually really good. We'll throw that in there. What's this do? New domes and the Low G amusement park. Okay. Alright. Things are starting to shape up. Pause. We're gonna need to bring some new workers in because we I need the scientists now, but I want to wait until those science jobs are open. Okay, water is now amplifying. It is taking more power, though. And it hasn't really done anything...
Anomaly analyzed.
...to improve... my water production. I don't understand that. New techs are available. Alright. I want that rover so I can flatten these mountains. Okay, our tanks are full. How many senior citizens do I have now? Six. 58 middle-aged, okay. Okay, research facility is up. Getting our unqualifieds trained it's going to be pretty phenomenal. A real boost in production. Oh no, mental breakdown.
Just snapped.
Luis Silva, as every other colonist, went through psychological conditioning before arriving on Mars to guarantee... Well, that's a he name, but I guess it's focusing this. I always thought that the focus was on this character. To guarantee his most basic ability to cope with the adverse environment. Indeed, the people live on a barren, dead, cold world with a toxic, almost non-existent atmosphere, protected only by a fragile-looking dome, and relying on machines to keep them alive. The unparalleled everyday stress levels slowly drain the people of their resolve. Thus, even the slightest shock or frustration can send someone over the edge. On Earth, entertainment and recreation are just for fun, but here they are a tool for basic survival. Hint, the colonist Luis Silva has, it's Luis actually. Luis Silva has reached critically low sanity. Provide operational healthcare buildings in the domes and avoid heavy workload or nighttime work to prevent this situation. Middle-aged botanist, vigor. Not looking for a job, probably not employed either. I think whenever they have a breakdown, they don't work. A trained botanist dreaming of a green Mars, that's cool. Yeah, unable to work. Okay. Alright, well, he went to the gambling yeah, he's a gambler. And an alcoholic. And a workaholic. So, we'll see if some time off can straighten them out. Oh, he worked outside the dome. It causes a problem for him. I think this is him. No, it said he's a botanist. This is the dude. Corporate warfare. Another colony is trying to steal our workers. You find leaflets spread on the ground in one of your domes. Are you ambitious, intelligent, well-educated? Says the leaflet. Are you familiar with computer sciences, rocket science, and 2 foreign languages? Do you have a doctor's degree? Are you a natural leader? If the answer is yes, then get lost. We're hiring unqualified workers. Oh, that's funny. I've never read that. I've never read that before. That was hilarious. The colony of Russia offers generous payment and other benefits to any of your colonists who would like to leave your colony and start working for them. Everyone is free to pursue happiness for themselves and their family. We would lose 40% of our colonists without specialization. Wow. There's a special contractual clause that stops them from leaving. All colonists without specialization lose 25 morale for 10 days. There's a neg 25 standing. Outbid the rivals, money solves all problems. Cost 250 million. That's very tempting. Number 1 and number 3 are the ones that appeal to me the most. Like, if you want to go, hey man, place your bets. If you think that they're a better horse, roll the dice and see how it goes. I think you're wrong, but I ain't exactly trying to keep you here if you think that there's bluer skies elsewhere. But this also looks very doable, so that's what I'm going to go with. Look at this dang llama. Alright, how are we looking? Pretty good. Let's go ahead and order the passenger rocket, go into filter, specialization, say, yeah, we want scientists. 9 of 22. Including a whole bunch of tourists. Could use officers too. No specialization, I guess. Gee whiz. Only 9, huh? What am I filtering out that's really hurt me? There's 57 adults. Be under flaws. 12 chronic conditions, 14 cowards, 21 gluttons. Oh, that's rolling the dice right there. That's rolling the dice, guys. But I think I'm going to be making enough money that we can order supply pods of food if need be. Let's give this a shot. That is a bit of a gamble, though. That's a bunch of gluttons. I think they eat double food rations. Hey, another game out there that really allows you to do some serious shaping of a society and stuff is Victoria 3. But I see mixed reviews on that, and nothing really too negative. It's more like the pattern of Paradox, and I like Paradox games, but they do have a pattern. And I saw a number of reviews this month that were saying, hey man, give this game a year before you go get it. Out of curiosity, is there anybody in the audience that has experience with Victoria 3, and what would you say? Because
Sector scanned.
I keep glancing at that game for the past several months, and I'll watch videos on YouTube from time to time, and I can't seem to make up my mind about it. It seems dauntingly complex, but complex can be overcome with time. I think the thing I've heard the most is lots of potential, but it's not complete yet. It needs a few patches. It needs some bugs fixed. I like seeing our icon here, and that's why people are saying, hey, just hold off on it. Okay, how's housing looking? 48 vacant residential slots. Okay, so it went up. I think we were at 31 before. And when it comes to jobs, we have 8, 9, 10, carry the 1, 8, 80 job slots. Well, there's that housing crisis I was worried about. It just kind of, bam, showed up. Negative 159, wow. 3 hours of stored power, wow, that's gonna be problems. Maybe I'm building too fast. We got crises points coming. I may have messed up.
Anomaly found.
Okay, hit pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, get those guys up. Also, I'm gonna need my windmills over here. They fit in, I guess, like this. Yeah. And I might as well stack them over here as well. Okay.
The rover manipulators held the silver-white mineral up to the camera, just as the chemical analysis came through. We found tellurium.
What's that? In a moment, the chief engineer at Mission Control was at the communications station, urging instructions to the RC Explorer on how to handle and analyze the discovery. It was amusing to watch the almost childlike excitement in the eyes of the expert. This is a significant discovery because it allows us to overcome an old problem in metallurgy. Easily machinable metals allow for economical manufacturing of components, but the factors that allow it usually lower their performance and vice versa. Thus, engineers had always been challenged to find ways to balance the two factors. The addition of tellurium to iron alloys allows them to perform better in both areas. It allows them to be more easily machinable while not suffering a drop in performance. Okay. Reduces the cost of robotics techs by 10%. Nice. Okay, looks like we have plenty of concrete. Let's have you auto-gather. Our colonists have arrived. I'm going to immediately order a large supply pod of food.
New colonists have arrived.
All right, 16 colonists and 6 tourists. All right, things are looking good. I don't need to open up any more shifts. Producing a surplus of 184 with more to come. Dozer's going to be coming up next. 5 hours of stored power, that's just... I am supposed to put a couple of these up. Each dome needs one. I also need food depot. And it can go, right here. Okay, food has arrived.
Research complete.
And our rocket can take off. And I'm gonna order another rocket. Oh, I can't. Okay. I want to get a rocket that's going back and forth repeatedly so that we can sell our rare metals. Research complete on drone hub. That means we are now working on the Dozer rover. Feel like we're kind of dancing around a little bit of a catastrophe here. We need to watch our food. We need to watch our power. We seem to be doing fine on
Sector
oxygen,
scanned.
but we need to watch water. And once the rover is ready, we're going to knock this range down and get more water coming in from here. Okay. because this one's going to run out. We're under 2,000 now. I need you to amplify. I could do it. Plus 50% production at the cost of really nothing. There's an upfront cost, but not a constant cost. So I want to upgrade that, even though we're doing really good on oxygen. But there's no reason not to. We've got the polymers. How about you? No need. Okay. School's doing good. Oh, I meant to put in that nursery and forgot. Nursery. Yeah, right there. We'll put a statue right there. Oh, you're probably on wheat. You are. Go soybeans. How are we doing over here? 100% soil quality. Let's try potatoes. Harvest is 55. It does take longer, so it might be a problem, but because I can order food and have it get here relatively quickly, I feel I can experiment with this. Who's being employed here? Mostly botanists. Okay. Comfort's at 62, 72, 73, surprisingly 74 here, so the dome system is working for this one. Not so much here, and it must be because this is where the workers are that are working
Funding
outside
received.
the dome. Okay, we got a bunch of funding. Birth rate seems to be pretty good. "42 Martian born. We got 8 children and 12 youth." Okay. How's that senior citizen class looking? We're up to 11 now. I think next episode we're going to go ahead and open the senior citizen dome. Get that outfitted. Alright, we're at 273 bonus with 3 wind towers left to do. We're 56% through the dozer rover.
Today was a tough one.
Oh no.
We lost one of our founders.
Are these all canned responses? We will have our own special memories of the mark Maria Montez left in our hearts and in our lives. I am certain that Maria Montez would have wanted us all to be here today, filled not with grief, but with strength, vision, and hope for the future. This is what Maria Montez lived for, and doing otherwise would make this cause pointless. We are all here today not only because Maria Montez laid down the foundations of our colony. We were all personally touched and inspired by her strong character, personality, and presence. We were all very lucky to have had Maria Montez beside us in both good and bad moments, and as much as we'll be missing our comrade, her memory will live on as long as we remain united. Hint, the founder Maria Montez passed away due to old age. I remember a time whenever saying the word comrade would just get you laughed at. And there's a whole bunch of words out there that you can pick. Why do you gotta pick the one associated with tyranny and authoritarian state control? You know, you're a joke. Rest in peace, friend. Yeah, comfort levels seems to be dropping a little bit now. But I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It's just, it's kind of all business in here. There's, they got to go elsewhere for amenities. So we might do what I said earlier and end up splitting this dome, eventually bringing research into a dome right here. I've never put up a casino. 396 lifetime visits. That's pretty awesome. 63 lifetime visits, 477. How's the diner doing? 992, wow. 607. 652, 516.
Sector scanned.
This I think was the last one to go up, and it's at 403. This one's low because I had to redo it. I tore it down and rebuilt it. Did it tell me that research was done? No, we're at 70%. Okay, now we're just at neg 89. And we have 8 hours of stored power, so that's good. That's good. Alright, where's my transport? Gathering metal. Alright, good. We got more water up here. Excellent. We're up on food now. Food production is at 71. Food consumption at 35. Okay, good. So that's working out well. We're doing potatoes now, and this one we can get rid of that wheat.
Research complete.
Yes. Where do we go here? Over here, here. Alright. Build me a rover. Oh, there's our timer. Okay, maybe we can get this rover built first before ending this episode. We're going at fast speed, the fastest available without a mod. And how's our research looking? We got 2 empty slots. Let's grab the Sterling generator. And mega storage, maybe? How about emergency training? We'll go with that. Do we still have renegades? Where did I find that at? 6 people are enjoying their holiday. That must be those tourists. Disabled residential, vacant hotel slots. Vacant nursery slots are 9. Vacant residential at 21. Renegades are at 3. Doggone it. Is there not a way to get them to not be renegades? Maybe we can just prohibit them from acting on their grievances. Okay, I'm at 3.6 billion, and I do have the rover now. Okay, so we're going to wrap this episode up. In the next episode, we're going to be getting our senior dome activated, and we're going to be clearing this mountain range here and building a new water pipeline to take over this one whenever it dries up. And that's really all that I feel needs to be done right now. We don't really need metals. Not yet. We seem to be doing pretty good on everything else. Let's see. We're producing 4 polymers and only using 1.8 for maintenance. We're producing 5 machine parts and only using 4.1, so we're in a surplus there. We're producing 3 electronics and only using 1.4. Yeah, we're doing good. We've got 244 rare metals set up. Really, almost 245, very close to it. We are running out of housing. And we have a lot of jobs open. 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, 5, 6, 7, 71 open jobs. Well, like they're including the disabled work slots. So we have 71 total available job slots, but only 21 vacant residential slots. So that's not necessarily a 1-to-1 ratio because these people don't have a job. They're in school. So how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 15 in here that will go fill jobs once they've graduated. All right. And research is looking fairly good. There's still slots to be filled, so I don't feel good about opening more slots yet until all of these early day shifts are filled. But let's go ahead and save it. We're on Sol 60, so we covered 10 days in game. That's a nice round number. We plussed up our electricity also, so we're at a plus 316 now, and we have 7 hours of stored power. That's 2,000 watts of stored power, and we are currently researching, or it's in the queue for the atomic accumulator, so that'll be a big deal. These things hold huge amounts of power. I guess that's where we'll end it. I haven't read these. Farms increase the comfort of all residences in the dome. I have read that before. Utility crops unlocks new crops in farms and hydroponic farms that provide oxygen and improve soil quality. From the salad you eat to the air you breathe, plants have a fundamental role to play for humanity well beyond Earth. Atomic accumulator. History will remember the 20th century for 2 technological developments, atomic energy and space flight. Neil Armstrong. New building. Atomic accumulator stores electrical power, has huge capacity but charges slowly. Stirling generator. The Stirling radioisotope generator is a generator based on a Stirling engine powered by a large radioisotope heater unit. Oh man, that's like from The Martian. That's what he went and dug up out in the desert. And he was riding around in his, Range Rover with a doggone hunk of radioisotope sitting behind him to keep him warm. New building. Stirling generator generates power. While closed, the generator is protected from dust but produces less power. Emergency training. One can never be too prepared for the vast array of emergencies that could arise at any given moment on Mars. Security officers and medics have +10 performance when working in their specialty. Okay, we're not doing anything special with research, but we have climbed from 200 to 450. Oh, apparently we have genius colonists that are providing 150 additional research. Alright guys, again I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I will see you in the next episode, where this story continues.